Hi everyone. Today, let's talk about learning English. It's not hard if you do it the right way. I'll give you some tips that helped me. When I was young, I didn't know English. I was scared at first. But then, I started listening to English stories every day. Slowly, I understood more and more. Listening is very important. You learn new words and how to use them. So listen to English every day, stories, songs, or even the news. Practice is also important. I practiced speaking every day, even if I made mistakes. Mistakes are okay. Speak every day, and you will get better. Reading helps too. I started with simple books with pictures. They helped me understand the story. As I read, I learned new words and how to use them. So, read as much as you can. It will make your English better. Writing is important too. Start small. Write about your day, your family, or anything you like. I wrote in a notebook every day. It helped me become more confident. Watching videos in English is a fun way to learn. Cartoons, movies, or shows are great. You hear how people speak and learn new words. I watched a funny cartoon about a dog. I laughed, but I also learned a lot. Talking to people who speak English helps you a lot. Find someone to talk to, even online. I had a friend who helped me a lot. We talked every day, and I learned new words. Be patient with yourself. Learning takes time. Don't give up, even when it's hard. Keep going, step by step. I remember feeling sad when I didn't understand something, but I didn't stop. I kept trying. A dictionary is your friend. Use it when you don't know a word. Look up the meaning and try to use the word in a sentence. It will help you learn more words. Games can also help you learn. I played word games with my friends. It was fun, and I learned many new words. Try to think in English. It helps you use words faster. At first it's hard, but soon it gets easier. Set small goals for yourself. Maybe learn 5 new words a day or read 1 page of a book. Reaching your goals will make you feel proud. Review what you learn. Look at your notes, read your writings again, and listen to the same story. It will help you remember. Stay positive. Learning is hard sometimes, but believe in yourself. I had tough times, but I stayed positive and kept going. Don't be afraid of mistakes. They help you learn. I made many mistakes, but I didn't let them stop me. I learned from them. Enjoy the journey. Learning English is fun. You will discover new things. The more you enjoy it, the easier it becomes. Try to surround yourself with English. Listen to music, watch movies, and read signs in English. The more you hear and see English, the more you will learn. Repeat what you learn. When you say things over and over, you remember them better. I repeated words every day. It made me more confident. Make learning fun. You can sing songs in English or make up stories. It will help you remember new words and keep you motivated. Use what you learn right away. When you learn a new word, try using it in a sentence. The more you use it, the better you remember it. Take your time. Learning is not a race. It's okay to go slow. Every new word is progress, so don't rush. Enjoy the process. Keep a journal in English. Write about your day, your thoughts, or your dreams. It will help you practice every day, and you can see how much you've improved. Ask questions when you don't understand something. Asking helps you learn. Don't be shy. It will help you learn faster. If you feel tired or frustrated, it's okay. Take a break. Rest for a while, then come back to learning with fresh energy. Breaks help you stay focused. Celebrate your progress. Every time you reach a goal, celebrate it. When I learned a new word or finished a book, I treated myself to something special. Learn with others. Studying with a friend or a group is fun and helpful. You can share tips and help each other. Listen to yourself when you speak or read out loud. It helps you improve your pronunciation. You can even record yourself and listen to it to find mistakes and fix them. Keep going. Little by little, you will get better. Enjoy learning English. Chapter 2. Learning English is like learning to ride a bicycle. At first, it feels hard and you may fall. But don't worry, you will get better with time and practice. Everyone starts at the beginning. Even the best English speakers were beginners once. One way to learn is by listening. When you listen to English, you hear the words and how they sound. You can listen to English songs, stories, or even the news. It helps you get used to the sounds of the language. The more you listen, the better you will understand. Another way to learn is by speaking. Speaking is important because it helps you use the words you know. You might be scared at first. You might worry about making mistakes. But that's okay. Making mistakes is how we learn. When I started learning, I practiced speaking every day. I talked to my friends, my family, and even myself. At first it felt hard, but little by little, I got better. It's also good to read in English. Reading helps you learn new words. You can start with simple books. Books with pictures are great because they help you understand the story. As you read, try to say the words out loud. This helps you practice speaking too. I remember reading a book about a little dog. It was simple, but I learned many new words. Reading is fun, and it helps you grow your vocabulary. Don't forget to write in English. Writing helps you use the words you learn. Start by writing small sentences. You can write about your day or your favorite food. When I was learning, I wrote in a small notebook. I wrote about school, friends, and what I did every day. Writing helped me remember new words. It also helped me understand how to make sentences. Watching English videos is a fun way to learn. You can watch cartoons, movies, or even TV shows. The characters in the videos speak slowly, and you can hear how they say things. This helps you learn pronunciation. You can even watch videos with subtitles. When I watched cartoons, I not only laughed, but I also learned many new words. Watching videos makes learning fun. Talking to people is one of the best ways to learn. You can talk to your friends or find people online to practice with. Don't be shy. When I was learning, I found a friend who spoke English. We practiced together every day. Sometimes I made mistakes, but she helped me. Talking helped me learn new words and how to use them. Be patient with yourself. Learning a new language takes time. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to forget words. What's important is that you keep practicing. Little by little, you will get better. I remember feeling frustrated when I couldn't say something right. But I didn't give up. I kept practicing, and soon I improved. Using a dictionary is also helpful. A dictionary helps you learn the meaning of words. When you find a word you don't know, look it up. Try to use it in a sentence. When I learned a new word, I would write it down in my notebook. I would practice using it every day. A dictionary is a great tool for learning. Games can make learning fun. There are many games that help you learn English. You can play word games, puzzles, or quizzes. I remember playing a word game with my friends. We had to find as many words as we could from a group of letters. It was fun, and I learned many new words. Another tip is to think in English. This might be hard at first, but it helps. When you think in English, you can use the words you know more easily. At first, I had to think in my own language and then translate into English. But over time, I started thinking in English. It became easier, and my English improved. Set small goals. Goals help you stay focused. You can set a goal to learn 5 new words a day, or to read 1 page of a book. As you reach your goals, you will feel proud. When I learned 10 new words a week, I felt good. I wanted to learn more. Goals keep you moving forward. It's also important to review what you learn. When you review, you remember things better. You can look at your notes, read your old writings, or listen to the same story again. I used to review my notes every week. It helped me see how much I had learned. Stay positive. Learning English can be difficult, but if you stay positive, it will be easier. When I felt down, I reminded myself that I could do it. I kept practicing, and I got better. Believing in yourself is important when learning a new language. Also, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes are part of learning. Everyone makes them, even the best speakers. When you make a mistake, don't worry. Learn from it, and keep going. I made many mistakes when I was learning, but I didn't let them stop me. Learning English is a journey. You will face challenges, but you will also enjoy the process. Celebrate your progress. When you learn a new word or understand a story, be proud of yourself. Remember, every little step counts. Keep practicing, and you will get better every day. Chapter 3. Learning English is like building a house. You start with small steps, and each step helps you grow. There is no need to hurry. Take your time and enjoy each part of the process. Let's talk about some more ways to make learning easier and fun. One good way to learn English is by listening. When you listen to English every day, you start to hear new words. You learn how to say them and how they sound. You can listen to songs, stories, or even podcasts. The more you listen, the easier it will be to understand English. At first, it might be hard, but don't give up. Keep listening, and you will improve. Speaking is also important. Speaking helps you practice the words you hear. When you speak, you use your mouth and ears to help you remember. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes when learning. I remember when I started, I was scared to speak. But the more I spoke, the better I became. Try to speak with friends, family, or even to yourself. The more you speak, the more confident you will feel. Reading is another great way to learn. When you read, you see how words are used in sentences. This helps you remember the words. Start with simple books. Books with pictures are good because they help you understand the story. As you read, try to say the words out loud. This will help you learn to speak English too. I started reading small stories. They were easy to understand, and I learned many new words. Writing is important as well. Writing helps you remember the words you learn. Start by writing small sentences. You can write about your day or your favorite things. When I was learning, I wrote in a notebook every day. I wrote about simple things like what I ate or what I did at school. Writing every day helped me practice and get better. Watching videos is fun and helpful. You can watch cartoons, movies, or even TV shows. When you watch, you hear how people speak and see how they use words. This helps you understand English better. Sometimes it helps to watch videos with subtitles. This way, you can read the words while you listen. I watched many cartoons when I was learning. It was fun, and I learned many new words. It's also helpful to talk to people. When you talk to people who speak English, you practice using the words you know. You learn how to use words in real situations. If you don't have people to talk to in person, you can talk to people online. I practiced with a friend who spoke English. Sometimes I made mistakes, but my friend helped me. Talking to her helped me learn faster. Another important thing is to be patient. Learning a language takes time. It's okay if you don't understand everything right away. Don't feel bad if you make mistakes. When I started learning, I didn't understand many things, but I didn't give up. I kept practicing, and slowly, I got better. Be patient with yourself and keep going. A dictionary is your friend when you are learning. A dictionary helps you find the meaning of words. When you find a new word, look it up in the dictionary, learn the meaning, and try to use it in a sentence. I used to carry a small dictionary with me. Every time I heard a new word, I looked it up. This helped me learn many new words. Playing games is another fun way to learn English. You can play word games, puzzles, or quizzes. When I was learning, I played a word game with my friends. We tried to find as many words as possible. It was a fun way to learn, and I learned many new words. You can also play games on your phone or computer. There are many games that help you practice English. Thinking in English is another helpful tip. At first, it might be hard. You might think in your own language first and then translate. But over time, you will start thinking in English. This will help you use words faster. I remember when I started thinking in English. It was hard at first, but soon it became easier. Setting goals is important when learning English. Goals help you stay focused. You can start by setting small goals. For example, learn 5 new words every day, or read 1 page of a book each day. When you reach your goals, you will feel proud. I set small goals when I was learning. My first goal was to learn 10 new words every week. Reaching my goals made me feel happy and motivated to keep learning. Reviewing what you learn helps you remember it better. When you review, you remind yourself of the things you've learned. You can look at your notes, read your old writings, or listen to the same story again. I used to review my notes every week. This helped me remember what I had learned and see how much I had improved. Staying positive is very important when learning English. Learning a language can be difficult, but if you stay positive, you will get better. I remember times when I felt like giving up, but I kept telling myself that I could do it, and I did. Staying positive helps you stay motivated to keep going. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. Mistakes are part of learning, Everyone makes mistakes. When you make a mistake, don't worry. Learn from it and keep practicing. I made many mistakes when I was learning, but I didn't stop. I kept going, and I got better each day. Learning English is a journey. It takes time and effort, but it is worth it. Celebrate your progress, even the small steps. Each time you learn a new word or understand a new sentence, you are getting better. Keep practicing and don't give up. Chapter 4. Learning English is like learning a new skill. It takes time, but each small step helps you grow. There are many ways to learn, and today we will talk about some more easy ways to improve your English. First, let's talk about listening. Listening is very important. When you listen to English, you hear new words and learn how they sound. You can listen to songs, stories, or even the radio. At first, it might be hard to understand everything, but don't worry. Keep listening every day, and you will get better. I used to listen to songs in English. Even though I didn't understand all the words, I kept listening. Slowly, I began to understand more. Speaking is also very important. When you speak, you practice the words you know. Speaking helps you remember and use the words correctly. At the start, it might be scary to speak, but don't be afraid. It's okay to make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes when learning. When I started, I was nervous to speak, but I kept practicing every day. Over time, I felt more confident, and speaking became easier. Reading is another good way to learn. You can read simple books at first. Books with pictures can help you understand the story better. As you read, you see how words are used in sentences. This helps you remember new words. I started reading small books. I read stories about animals and people. Each story helped me learn more words and understand English better. Writing is very helpful too. Writing helps you practice using words in sentences. It's okay if your sentences are not perfect at first. The more you write, the better you will get. Start by writing small things. You can write about your day, your family, or anything you like. I used to write in a small notebook. I wrote about what I did at school or what I had for lunch. Writing helped me use the words I was learning. Watching videos is a fun way to improve your English. You can watch cartoons, movies, or TV shows in English. Watching helps you understand how people speak and use words. Sometimes it helps to watch videos with subtitles. This way, you can read the words while you listen. I used to watch cartoons in English. It was fun, and I learned a lot of new words from the characters. Watching helped me improve my listening and speaking skills. It's also good to talk to other people. If you can find a friend to speak English with, that is great. If not, you can practice by talking to yourself. Try to say simple sentences in English. The more you talk, the better you will get. When I was learning, I had a friend who spoke English. We talked every day, and I learned new words from her. Talking to someone who speaks English helps a lot. Another important thing is to be patient. Learning English takes time. You will not learn everything in one day, and that's okay. Don't get frustrated if you don't understand something. When I started, I felt sad when I couldn't understand a word or a sentence, but I didn't give up. I kept practicing every day, and little by little, I got better. Be patient with yourself and keep going. A good tip is to use a dictionary. A dictionary helps you find the meaning of words. When you hear a word you don't know, look it up. Learn its meaning and try to use it in a sentence. I always carried a small dictionary with me. When I heard a new word, I would look it up right away. This helped me learn many new words quickly. Playing games is a fun way to learn English too. There are many games you can play that help you practice. For example, you can play word games with friends or play language apps on your phone. When I was learning, I played games with my friends. We played games where we had to find as many words as possible. It was fun, and I learned a lot from it. Another way to practice is to think in English. It might be hard at first, but try to think in English as much as you can. When you start thinking in English, you use the words and sentences more easily. I started thinking in English when I was learning. It was difficult at first, but over time, it became easier. Now, I don't need to translate everything in my head. It just comes to me naturally. Setting small goals can help you learn faster. Goals help you stay focused and give you something to work for. For example, you can set a goal to learn 5 new words every day, or you can read 1 page of a book every day. When you reach a goal, you will feel proud of yourself. When I was learning, my goal was to learn 10 new words every week. Each time I reached my goal, I felt happy and wanted to learn more. It is also important to review what you have learned. Reviewing helps you remember what you studied. You can look at your notes, listen to the same story again, or read your old writings. I used to review my notes every week. It helped me remember the words I had learned and see how much I had improved. So, take time to review. It helps you remember and keeps you on track. Staying positive is very important. Learning English can sometimes be hard, but if you stay positive, it will be easier. Believe in yourself and keep practicing. If you make mistakes, don't worry. Mistakes are part of learning. When I felt down, I told myself that I could do it, and I kept trying. Staying positive helped me get better and better. Lastly, enjoy learning. Learning English is a journey, and it should be fun. If you enjoy it, you will learn faster. When I was learning, I enjoyed every step of the process. I loved learning new words and understanding new stories. Find ways to make learning fun for you, and you will see how much easier it gets. Chapter 5. Learning English is a journey. Sometimes it feels slow, but remember, every step counts. Each time you learn something new, you grow. Today, we will talk about more ways to make your learning better. One of the best things you can do is to practice every day. It is important to use English as much as you can. Even if you only practice for 10 minutes, it helps. When I was learning, I made sure to practice every day. I spoke to myself in English, even if no one was around. It helped me a lot. Practice makes you feel more comfortable with the language. Another good tip is to read in English. Reading helps you learn new words and see how they are used in sentences. Start with simple books. Books with pictures can be helpful because they show what the words mean. I remember reading books with pictures when I was learning. The pictures helped me understand the story better. As I read, I learned new words, and reading became easier. Writing is also important. Writing helps you put your ideas into words. It is a great way to practice what you have learned. You don't need to write long paragraphs. You can start by writing a few sentences. Write about your day or write a short story. When I started, I wrote about what I did at school or what I had for lunch. It helped me practice using new words. Listening to English is a very helpful way to learn. You can listen to songs, podcasts, or stories. Listening helps you learn how words sound and how sentences are put together. At first, it might be hard to understand everything, but that's okay. Just keep listening. The more you listen, the easier it becomes. I used to listen to simple stories in English. Even though I didn't understand everything, I kept listening. Over time, I started to understand more and more. Another great way to learn is to watch movies and shows in English. When you watch, you can see how people speak and how they use words. You can learn new words by watching what people do. I liked watching cartoons in English. They were fun, and I learned many new words. Watching movies helped me improve my listening and speaking skills. It is also fun, so you don't feel like you are studying all the time. Speaking English is very important too. When you speak, you practice using words. Speaking helps you remember words and sentences. I used to practice speaking English with my friends. Sometimes we played games where we had to use English. Even if we made mistakes, we learned from them. Don't be afraid to speak. Making mistakes is okay. It helps you get better. Another tip is to think in English. It might be difficult at first, but it gets easier. Try to think about simple things in English. For example, when you are at home, think about what you are doing in English. When I was learning, I started thinking in English about what I was doing. At first it was hard, but soon it became easier. Thinking in English helps you use the language faster. You should also find someone to practice with. If you have a friend who speaks English, talk to them. If you don't, you can find someone online. There are many people who want to learn English too. Practicing with others helps you learn new words and improves your speaking skills. I had a friend who spoke English very well. We talked every day, and I learned a lot from her. Talking to her helped me feel more confident. Set small goals for yourself. Goals help you stay focused and give you something to work toward. For example, set a goal to learn 5 new words each week or to read 1 page of a book every day. When you reach your goals, you will feel proud. I set goals when I was learning. My first goal was to learn 10 new words a week. After that, I set a goal to read a book in English. Reaching these goals made me feel happy and motivated. It is also helpful to review what you have learned. When you review, you remember things better. Go over your notes or read your old writings. I used to review my notes every week. This helped me remember words and understand what I had learned. Reviewing also helped me see how much I had improved. Take time to review, and you will remember things better. One important thing to remember is that mistakes are part of learning. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Everyone makes them. When you make a mistake, don't feel bad. Learn from it. I made many mistakes when I was learning English, but I didn't give up. Each mistake taught me something new. Mistakes help you grow, so don't be afraid of them. Stay positive, even when learning feels difficult. Learning a language takes time, but you will get better. When I was learning, I had times when I felt frustrated, but I kept going. I told myself that I could do it. Staying positive helped me push through the hard times. Believe in yourself and keep practicing. You will get better. Finally, make learning fun. If you enjoy learning, it will be easier. Try to find fun ways to practice. You can play games, sing songs, or watch funny videos. I used to sing songs in English. It was fun, and it helped me remember new words. You can also make up stories using the words you know. When learning is fun, it becomes easier. Learning English can be difficult, but with patience and practice, you will get better. Keep going, and remember that every small step counts. The more you practice, the easier it becomes. Enjoy the journey, and you will reach your goal. Chapter 6. Learning English is a lot of fun. Sometimes it can feel hard, but remember every step helps you get better. Today, we will talk about more ways to practice English and enjoy learning. One of the best ways to learn is by speaking. Don't be afraid to speak English even if you make mistakes. Mistakes help you learn. When you speak, you practice using words, and that makes you better. At first, you might not say things perfectly, but that's okay. Keep speaking, and you will improve. I remember when I started speaking English, I made many mistakes, but every time I spoke, I got better. I practiced with my friends and family. I spoke even if I was not sure about the words. Speaking often helps you remember words and makes you feel more confident. Another way to get better at English is to listen. Listening is very important. When you listen, you hear how people use words. You learn how to say things and how words sound. Start by listening to simple things like stories or songs. I loved listening to simple stories when I was learning. At first, it was hard to understand everything, but the more I listened, the easier it became. You can listen to English songs, watch cartoons, or even listen to the news. The more you listen, the better you will understand and speak. Reading is also very helpful. When you read in English, you see how words are used. You learn new words and practice understanding sentences. Start with books that are easy to read. Books with pictures can help you understand the story better. I liked reading simple books when I was learning. The pictures helped me guess the meaning of the words. Reading every day helps you learn more words and improves your understanding. Even if the books are small, keep reading. Every book helps you get better. Writing is another great way to practice. When you write, you use the words you know, and you learn how to put them together in sentences. Writing helps you remember new words. Start with small sentences. Write about your day, your family, or anything you like. I used to write about simple things, like what I did in school. At first, my sentences were short, but over time, they became longer. Writing is a good way to practice because it helps you remember words and use them correctly. You can also practice by watching videos in English. Watching videos is fun, and it helps you learn. You can watch cartoons, movies, or shows. When you watch, you can see how people talk, and you can hear new words. I watched a lot of cartoons when I was learning. I loved them. and they helped me learn new words. Watching videos is a great way to practice listening and speaking. You can also pause the video if you don't understand something and listen again. Don't worry if you don't understand everything at first. Just keep watching, and you will learn more. Another good way to practice is by thinking in English. It might be hard at first, but it will help you get better. Try to think about simple things in English, like what you're doing or what you see around you. When I was learning, I started thinking about my day in English. At first, I had to translate from my language to English, but over time, I started to think in English without translating. Thinking in English helps you use words quickly and make speaking easier. You should also try to find a friend or a group to practice with. If you have friends who speak English, talk to them. If you don't, you can find other people who are learning English too. There are many people online who want to practice English. When I was learning, I practiced with my friend every day. We helped each other and we learned together. Practicing with someone else makes learning more fun, and you can help each other improve. Setting small goals is a great way to keep learning. When you set a goal, you have something to work for. Start with simple goals, like learning 5 new words a day or reading 1 page of a book every day. Once you reach your goal, you will feel proud and you will want to keep learning. I set small goals when I was learning. My first goal was to learn 10 new words a week. After that, I set a goal to read a whole book in English. Reaching these goals helped me stay focused and motivated. Reviewing what you've learned is also very helpful. When you review, you remember things better. Go over your notes, look at old books, or listen to the same story again. I used to review my notes every week. It helped me remember words and sentences. It also helped me see how much I had learned. Reviewing is a good way to make sure you don't forget what you have studied. Staying positive is very important when learning English. Sometimes it can feel difficult, but if you stay positive, it becomes easier. When I felt frustrated, I reminded myself that I was learning. I told myself to keep going, even if I didn't understand everything. Staying positive helped me keep going, and it made learning fun. You can do it too. Keep a positive attitude, and you will improve. Finally, remember to enjoy learning. Learning English can be fun if you find ways to enjoy it. You can sing songs, play games, or watch fun shows in English. When I was learning, I made sure to enjoy every step. I loved learning new words, and I loved listening to English stories. The more fun I had, the easier learning became. Keep having fun, and you will learn faster. Keep practicing every day, and you will get better at English. Every small step counts, so don't give up. Enjoy your learning journey, and remember, you are improving every day.